Good Morning Delaware is powered by DART, Delaware's transit service. Moving forward.
What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, Big Ive, the talk of the town, Mr. DETV, Mr. Positivity. And today I have a special guest in studio to talk about, and first of all, let's say this. This gentleman that's in the studio is the wizard, the guru, the grand, the pinnacle of entrepreneurship, hip hop. He is the father of, I don't just want to say rap music when we were growing up. He's just an amazing gentleman, and he's here to talk about what he has going on February 28th at the Grand, but most of all, his new initiative that he's doing within the hip hop community, but he's bringing it to Delaware first, and making people more aware of multiple myeloma, a form of cancer that he has, but he's not, saying, I'm just going to deal with it. He's taking his life and he's putting it out there so people can see and hear and get more understanding and a better understanding of multiple myeloma. Grand G, health, hope, and hip hop, the founder, the president, the man behind it all. How are you doing, Grand? First of all, it's an honor.
No, thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. It's an honor to be here.
It's a complete. I remember growing up and running into the room store. I remember all that. I remember Riverside Bucket 26.
Right.
I remember Silk and Satin. I mean, who didn't have a crush on Silk and Satin?
Who didn't have a crush? Include myself, maybe.
No, man. Look, again, thanks for coming, and you the strides that you made before, you're making more strides and more waves right now, man. Mm-hmm. What's going on with Grand?
So, first of all, thanks for the heck of an intro. I appreciate that. You're making major waves yourself as well. But I started a foundation. It's called the Health, Hope, and Hip Hop Foundation, and its conception came from my personal journey with finding out my diagnosis. Mm-hmm. I am the poster child for delayed diagnosis and all the different disparities. Currently I live in a very rural area, predominantly white. And it started around 2015, started having these episodes of shortness of breath, and that progressed and got more aggressive over the years till at some point, I just knew I was going to die. That's how much pain I was in. I was constant all the time, not being able to breathe. So I tried to increase my life insurance policy, and it was the thing we hate about life insurance, the fact that they don't want to cover any pre-existing conditions is actually what saved my life. And so that walk and that journey led me to fall in love with advocating. Okay. And as I learned more about disparities and the different stigmas and stereotypes that go along in the healthcare space and how broken it was, I wanted to do something. So I submerged myself into it, just like I did my music. And then at some point, I wanted to do more. Right. I was healthy. I was healthy-ish, as I say, and I wanted to do more. And so I asked God, what can I do? I wanted to change my life. This disease makes you, when you have a traumatic situation, it changes your perspective of life. So no longer was going up the corporate ladder a thing for me. It was more important about relationships and helping people. And so I asked God, how can I do these two things that I'm passionate about with hip hop and with advocating? Right. And then he gave me the epiphany to say, hey, you can do both. Right. Why don't you use hip hop as a vehicle or a tool to teach health literacy, since I noticed in this space, it was not being done. Right. And so that's how the foundation was birthed and formed. And so since then, which was about 2 to 3 years ago, me and my team have been diligently working on a model that was scalable, where we could affect or help the most people. Right. And so we're going to do our inaugural one here in my hometown, which makes perfect sense. Right. Which is the Hip Hop Ball, which will be at the Queen. Right. Not the.
What I said it.
You said the Grand.
Because I'm thinking of Grand G.
I know, it's all good. Yeah. I got you.
I'm thinking of Grand. My mind's everywhere. I'm like, Grand,
We feeding off each other. But it's going to be at the Queen on February 28th from 6 to midnight. It was strategically done that way because February obviously is Black History Month, but it's the end of And March is the cancer I have, multiple myeloma month.
Okay.
So it's kind of that strategic transition from Black History Month into multiple myeloma
Understood.
month. It's going to be an event where it's a collaboration or fellowship of industry with grassroots.
Okay.
And inside this room is going to be all the different center of influences we need to move the needle when we talk about health and disparity.
Mm-hmm.
So government folks, fitness folks, food folks,
nice.
and entertainment as well.
Right.
So that's all the folks that are going to be at the ball. And it's a celebration of showing what the foundation has done, is doing, and going to do moving forward in Delaware and hopefully beyond.
Now, in this space now that you're commandeering is you don't see a lot of men advocates, right?
I like that.
You don't see a lot of men advocates, right?
Right.
How do men receive the message on, and your message isn't just about the cancer.
Correct.
It's about health in general,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
How are they receiving that? Because we as men, we go when what?
when we go when we already in the emergency room. Right. Like we use our emergency room as our PCP, and that's not the way to go about doing things.
Right.
But to answer your question, it's been received in a way where I would say, for me, it has been received very well. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I believe so is, we make this statement all the time that real recognizes real.
Right.
But I think in a space, in a world where we live with the internet, and you can be whoever you want to be.
That's right.
And so many felonious people, when you have authenticity come across you or in front of your face, people tend to listen and resonate. Mm-hmm. And so I believe the thing that works well for our foundation is the fact that I am from the trenches. I am from this underrepresented community that I am now trying to help.
Right.
It makes me understand and be able to communicate. There's a whole different type of language when we communicate amongst ourselves.
That's right.
So what I hope to be as far as our foundation is to be the bridge between industry and trying to communicate.
How's it going?
It's going great. It's actually going great. So for me, and one of the examples is this. So Pfizer is one of the sponsors of what we call, or what I'm calling, health advocacy music.
Oh, okay.
And so what that is they sponsored a song that is
Pfizer, huh?
Yeah.
Come out the bat like.
Well, you asked me how's it going.
Damn.
But Pfizer is sponsoring the first health advocacy song that's addressing the cost of medication, making sure that it's affordable to all. Yeah. So it's the policy division of Pfizer, which is important.
I like it. Your message just isn't in the music or being an advocate. It goes on to your podcast.
Right.
Tell me about the podcast.
So we have a podcast called Hip Hop Hooray, Black Men Talking Health. Everything has a hip hop tone to it.
It should. I get you. I got it.
Yeah. But it's called Hip Hop Hooray, Black Men Talking Health. And it's geared towards African-American men or men in general because of us historically. We don't go to the doctors.
Right.
We need to take that matriarch position back in our families. And to be perfectly transparent, and it might be a hard thing to hear from, but as one Black man to other men, it's really a selfish thought when you don't tell your family about your health conditions, or you just don't go to the doctors, because there's tons of other people depending on you. And that's what this podcast is about. It's about addressing not necessarily just the things that go along with Black people, but just about men and their health.
Yeah, we suck at it.
We suck at it. And it's not just Black men.
No, it's
just men in general.
Yes, right. Yeah. Wow. And I can see why, one, congratulations on the podcast.
Appreciate
and two,
it.
Congratulations on this movement. I can see why there is everything attached to hip hop here. Mm-hmm. There has been some greats in hip hop that has died because of this type of cancer.
Yes. I will share with So one of the huge people that died from multiple myeloma is Guru from Gang Starr. Not young Guru. He's still alive.
Right.
But Guru.
Shout out to Guru.
Yeah, shout out. But Guru from Gang Starr.
Did he really?
Yeah. So you got to go back to what we just said. The stigma and stereotype with Black people.
I didn't know
didn't
that.
share.
Yeah.
We don't want to tell people our business.
Yeah.
We don't want to say that child down there. It's
Yeah.
really our cousin. Or I mean, but it's just that kind of
Turn this thing to a whole nother pod, whole nother show.
Yeah, but the
But we
point-
don't say nothing, right? And that's how we're raised, right?
That's the way we were raised.
Yeah.
So they kept that very quietly. But now, because of the awareness, his nephew
Right.
has pledged to be a part of the solution to multiple myeloma. So he brought that information out and shared it. And Premier as well is starting to endorse that as well. And then another huge person is Leonard Hubbard, who was the original bass player from the Roots.
From the Roots. Right.
He passed away from it. So his wife, Guru's nephew, Big Daddy Kane, MC Light, and DL Hughley got together with Johnson & Johnson to do a campaign for multiple myeloma.
Yeah, wow, that's
And
big.
so that's how powerful hip hop, and that's where we're going. And the reason why we're using hip hop is because of the reach that it is. Hip hop has touched every
That's right.
facet of the planet.
Yeah, from ice skating to gymnastics, right?
To third world countries
Third
without
world
water.
countries.
They know TikTok dances.
They know TikTok.
They know who
dances.
Nicki Minaj is.
All right, do me a favor. Look
Yes.
at your camera.
Okay.
Tell them about your event on the 28th.
So we're having the first inaugural Hip Hope Ball, a celebration to ignite change. It'll be February 28th at the Queen, from 6 to midnight. There'll be live performance. There'll be a 3-course meal. There'll be VIP, special guests, and all the things that I mentioned before. It's a great event. You should come down. You can go to www.healthhopehiphop, all one word, no hyphens, .org. That is our website, and right on the main page, you will see the ball. It'll take you to the page, explain the tickets, and everything else that's going along with the ball. We're making it super user-friendly for you, so there won't be no excuses for you not to show up.
I love it. And what platform is your podcast playing on?
It's on all major platforms. It's called Hip Hope Hooray, Black Men Talking Health. It's on all major platforms. And you can go to the org, and it'll take you.
It'll take you right there to the-
I like to have that one-stop shop, so
Yeah.
I don't have to go say, this platform or this particular username. But just go to our main org, and you can get everything you need there.
I love it. Grand, thank you so much for stopping by, man. Good morning,
Appreciate you,
Delaware.
brother.
Man, God bless you, man, and keep
Thank
doing
you.
what you're doing. And
I appreciate it.
We call people like you capeless superheroes. I'm great. After this interview, I'm going to drop some bars for him, right?
I'm going to go back in the booth and put my regular suit back. I'm going to go back to Clark Kent.
I love it. Yeah, thank you for watching. Good morning, Delaware. Is your main man, Big Iv, the talk of the town. Be sure to love someone, help someone, but most of all, forgive and love yourself.
Amen.
All right, see you on the other side.